Yeah, but the rubber's way harder than when we started.
That's why braking went from 140 feet to almost 170.
People think tread means safe.
Not after 50,000 miles.
Did you know the average driver wastes $800 to $2,000 on tires every 5 years without realizing it? Not because they drive badly, not because they buy cheap tires, but because they make small buying mistakes that tire shops never correct. In fact, some of the most expensive tires on the market wear out faster, perform worse in the rain, and cost more per mile than mid-range options. Today, we're exposing 13 tire buying mistakes that quietly cost drivers thousands of dollars. Some of these mistakes destroy tires early, others reduce safety, and one mistake near the end can cut tire life in half overnight. Let's start with one of the most common mistakes drivers make. Mistake number 1, buying tires based only on brand. Most drivers walk into a tire shop with one idea: give me Michelin or give me Bridgestone. Brand loyalty feels safe, but in reality, tire brands don't work the way most drivers think. Many major tire companies own multiple brands at different price levels. For example, a premium manufacturer might also produce mid-tier and budget brands in the same factory using similar designs. Sometimes the only difference is marketing and warranty structure. That means a tire costing $140 may perform almost identically to one costing $220. What matters far more than brand is tread compound, tread pattern, wet braking performance, and tread wear rating. Ignoring those factors and buying only by brand name can easily cost drivers $400 to $600 per set. But brand confusion is only the beginning. The next mistake is even more common. Mistake number 2, choosing the wrong tire category. Many drivers assume all tires are basically the same. They're not. There are 4 main categories of passenger tires: touring tires, grand touring tires, performance tires, and all-terrain tires. Each is designed for completely different priorities. For example, performance tires provide excellent grip, but they often wear out twice as fast as touring tires. Some performance tires last only 30,000 miles. Meanwhile, a touring tire may last 70,000 miles or more. Choosing the wrong category can double your tire costs over time, and many drivers make this mistake simply because the tread looks more aggressive. But looks don't equal value. And that leads to another costly mistake. Mistake number 3, ignoring cost per mile. When people buy tires, they focus on price per tire, but that's the wrong metric. The real cost is cost per mile. For example, a $180 tire with a 70,000-mile warranty costs about $0.0026 per mile, but a $120 tire lasting 35,000 miles costs $0.0034 per mile. That cheaper tire is actually 30% more expensive over time, and that doesn't even include installation costs, balancing, or alignment checks. Looking only at purchase price instead of total lifespan is one of the fastest ways drivers lose money. But the next mistake can be even worse because it can turn brand new tires into dangerous ones. Mistake number 4, ignoring tire age. One of the most overlooked things when buying tires is manufacturing date. Every tire has a DOT code stamped on the sidewall. The last 4 digits tell you the week and year the tire was made. For example, 3523 means the tire was manufactured in the 35th week of 2023. Here's why this matters. Rubber begins aging long before the tire touches the road. Heat, oxygen, and sunlight slowly harden the compound. Many safety organizations recommend replacing tires after 6 years, even if the tread still looks good. That means buying a tire that has already sat in a warehouse for 2 years instantly reduces its usable lifespan. You could lose thousands of miles of tread life before the tire even hits your car, and most buyers never check. But even drivers who check tire age often make the next mistake. Mistake number 5, overpaying for tire warranties. Tire warranties sound impressive. You'll often see claims like 80,000-mile warranty. But what many drivers don't realize is that tire warranties are pro-rated. That means if your tire wears out early, you don't get a free replacement. Instead, you receive partial credit based on remaining tread life, and that credit only applies to another tire from the same brand, so the warranty locks you into their ecosystem. In practice, many drivers never recover meaningful value from tire warranties. But warranties still influence buying decisions heavily. And that leads to another common mistake. Mistake number 6, buying tires without checking wet braking performance. Most tire buyers focus on tread life, but wet braking is actually one of the most important safety metrics. Independent tests consistently show major differences between tires. At 60 miles per hour on wet pavement, some tires stop in 120 feet. Others need 150 feet or more. That extra distance could mean the difference between stopping safely and hitting another car. Yet wet braking performance rarely appears in tire shop discussions. Why? Because tread wear ratings and price are easier to sell. But safety is where tire quality truly matters. And speaking of safety, the next mistake is extremely common among drivers trying to save money. Mistake number 7, mixing different tire types. Some drivers replace only 2 tires instead of 4. That's fine in certain situations, but problems occur when the replacement tires are a completely different type. For example, installing performance tires in the front and touring tires in the rear, or mixing winter and all-season tires. Different tire compounds and tread patterns can dramatically change vehicle balance. This can cause unpredictable handling, traction imbalance, stability control issues. In emergency situations, mismatched tires can actually make the car harder to control. If you must replace 2 tires, they should match the existing ones as closely as possible. But even drivers who match tires sometimes fall into another trap. Mistake number 8, buying tires that are too wide. Wider tires look sporty, and many drivers assume wider automatically means better grip. But wider tires also bring several trade-offs. They can increase rolling resistance, reduce fuel economy, cost more to replace, and wear unevenly if alignment isn't perfect. Wider tires also increase hydroplaning risk in heavy rain because they disperse water differently. Unless your vehicle was designed for wider tires, upgrading width often provides more downside than benefit. But width isn't the only number drivers misunderstand. Mistake number 9, ignoring speed rating. Every tire has a speed rating letter, such as H, V, W, and Y. These letters represent the maximum safe speed the tire can sustain. But speed rating also affects heat resistance, handling stiffness, and tread life. Higher speed-rated tires typically use softer compounds, which means they wear out faster. Installing a higher speed rating than your car requires may sound like an upgrade, but in reality, it can reduce tire life significantly. Many drivers unknowingly shorten their tire life simply by choosing an unnecessarily high speed rating. But the next mistake doesn't just waste money, it directly shortens tire life. Mistake number 10, skipping alignment after installation. Installing new tires on a misaligned car is like putting new shoes on crooked feet. Even small alignment errors can destroy tires quickly. For example, just 0.3 degrees of toe misalignment can scrub rubber off tires every mile. In severe cases, tires can wear out 20,000 miles early. Considering many modern tires cost $700 to $1,200 per set, skipping a $100 alignment is a costly gamble. But alignment isn't the only hidden cost after buying tires. Mistake number 11, ignoring installation fees. Many drivers compare tire prices online and choose the cheapest listing, but the sticker price rarely reflects the true installed cost. Tire installation can include mounting, balancing,
valve stems, disposal fees, and road hazard coverage. These extras can add $120 to $200 to the final bill. Some retailers advertise low tire prices but charge significantly higher installation fees. Always compare total installed cost, not just the tire price. But there's another trick that costs drivers even more. Mistake number 12, buying tires at the wrong time. Tire prices fluctuate throughout the year. For example, winter tires are most expensive right before winter. All-terrain tires spike in price before summer road trip season. Manufacturers also run rebate programs during specific months. Buying during peak demand can increase tire costs 10 to 20%. Waiting just a few weeks can sometimes save $100 or more on a full set. But the final mistake on this list is by far the most expensive. Mistake number 13, ignoring tire maintenance after buying. Even the best tires will fail early if they are poorly maintained. Improper inflation alone can reduce tire life up to 25%. Underinflated tires overheat and wear on the edges. Overinflated tires wear down the center tread. And skipping tire rotation causes uneven wear patterns that destroy tires prematurely. Many drivers replace tires at 40,000 miles that should have lasted 70,000. That's like throwing away half the tire's value. Regular rotations, correct pressure, and proper alignment can literally save thousands of dollars over the life of a vehicle. Those are 13 tire buying mistakes that quietly cost drivers thousands of dollars. From choosing tires based only on brand, to ignoring tire age, to skipping alignment and maintenance. The truth is, the best tire isn't always the most expensive, and the cheapest tire isn't always the worst. The smartest drivers focus on data, performance, and cost per mile. If you're planning to buy tires soon, there's another mistake many drivers make that destroys brand new tires in less than a year. Watch the video on screen now where we expose 10 tire maintenance mistakes that ruin expensive tires early. And subscribe so you don't miss the next one.